¿Qué tal, mis amigos de boxeo? Maravilla. Y desde El Paso, en Texas, en los Estados Unidos, estamos haciéndole el aguante al muchacho de Wilde, Marcelo Fabian Bzowski, que va con todas las ilusiones de traerse ese triunfo, su primer triunfo en tierras gringas, luego de un muy buen empate, ya no más de un mes. Ahora le llega esta gran oportunidad frente a Jorge Tovar. Ahí va el loco Bzowski por ese pasillo de ilusiones que lo deposita en el ring, ese pasillo que seguramente busca tocar esa última fibra íntima y en su mente, que seguramente le pasa como un film toda su vida. El muchacho de Wilde, a pasos subirse a este ring, es como el universo, llenos de problemas, pero que se solucionan a base de los puños y el corazón, con la camiseta argentina de Messi, como no podía ser de otra forma. Marcelo Loco Bzowski, el de Wilde, haciendo patria en tierras gringas.
Ready and set to make his way to the blue corner, Jorge Tovar.
Y va pasando con mucho ruido, con mucho baile. El local Jorge Tovar, que marcha invicto en 6 presentaciones, con 6 knockouts. Pero créame, Marcelo Bzowski está muy acostumbrado a este tipo de rivales. En la Argentina se ha enfrentado a rivales muy, pero muy potentes, como el Tifón de Bahía Blanca, Vergara, al cual hizo muy buena pelea, y también a Lucas Bastida, el cual también él la jugó peleas muy estrechas, porque este Bzowski es muy, pero muy complicado en su boxeo. Jorge Tovar en el cuadrilátero, ante una... No lo saluda. Seguramente luego, terminado la pelea, se saludarán como corresponde a los boxeadores, ya que tuvo muy picante el pesaje.
Viene desde Wilde, Buenos Aires, Argentina. Damas y caballeros, él es Marco Fabian, el loco, the crazy Bzowski.
Bueno, en realidad es Marcelo Fabian Bzowski, el de Wilde. Un gran saludo a Damián Bora, un amigo de la casa, que me dice que está en Houston, Texas, ahí cerquita. Así que seguramente ya vendrá alguna pelea para Damián. Y obviamente Boxeo Maravilla, como siempre te digo, Boxeo Maravilla es de los amigos como vos.
Damas y caballeros, nacido y criado en El Paso, Texas, Jorge el Jaguar Tovar.
The referee with the final instructions.
Ya recibieron las instrucciones en el camerino, así es que pónganse en listo. esa guardia siempre arriba. Y estamos aquí para ver una pelea limpia y profesional. Es lo que espero yo. Así es que toquen guantes. Suerte.
So, I'm trying to see, the only danger I see that Tovar would have is mentally. He may not be as focused and overlook this opponent and get caught with something sloppy. But other than that, I expect him to be explosive here tonight.
When I spoke to him in the back, I got the opposite vibe from him. I don't think he's taking anything lightly. I don't think that he's yet proven even to himself that he is worthy to underestimate an opponent. I think he's still very, very game and understanding that anything can happen. And I don't think he's going to make that type of mistake. He said it was very important to him that he represents his hometown, El Paso, that he does everything for this and for the kids, and so that they know that no matter where you're from, that you can do whatever you need to do to get where you want to be. Seem very passionate about it, and my only question is the dedication. He does. I don't know if he's at the right weight. Maybe he should drop weight, because he still doesn't look as in shape as he should, even though he's very sharp. So that's a whole different story. But right now, it doesn't seem that he has anything dangerous in front of him, unless, like you said, he gets sloppy and reckless.
Well, it's 6'1" and 25 years old. He's still growing.
Clean right hand by Tovar.
So 6'1", if he's a welterweight, if he go down to welterweight, 6'1" is a tall welterweight. I remember a few guys at welterweight that were tall. Mark Breland being one. Paul the Punisher.
Okay.
And those guys, because they were tall, people encouraged them to move up.
I see.
Nice double left hook there by Tovar. I mean, he's batting 1,000.
Yeah.
6 victories, 6 KOs. So, can he keep that streak going?
Yeah, and hopefully that doesn't get to him mentally, because sometimes when people have that type of record, they think that every fight they have to knock people out, and then they make mistakes. So he needs to realize, hopefully that's not a thing, but sometimes people get too caught into I have to keep up that knockout ratio.
And that's what I meant, maybe if he slipped mentally and overlooked this guy. That's what I meant. Because, again,
cuando pudo metió el 1-2. Buen comienzo de vuelta del argentino, que como siempre les digo, muchacho muy incómodo de enfrentar porque se las sabe todas.
Jorge Tovar, Marcelo Fabian,
looking sharp.
Bzowski, the southpaw.
Bzowski himself is actually still looking like he's not giving up.
He's not intimidated.
No, he doesn't look very intimidated at all. It looks like he's still game. It doesn't look like he's bothered. He's just trying to figure it out still.
He's looking for that overhand left. He's just looking for one punch. And quite honestly, it's there.
It is.
See, right there, if he throw the overhand left,
yep, you just called it. Yeah,
he's just throwing the right hook. But the overhand left is there for him. See, he bend down, Tovar comes in. Right there, overhand left. You got to pull the trigger.
Yeah, because he's making him overextend.
Yep.
He's making Tovar overextend.
He's fighting low, and he's forcing Tovar to come in and overextend. Right there, overhand left. But Tovar's doing the right thing. He stopped jabbing. He still should jab, but he's looking for that uppercut.
Yeah, and he's leaning over his front foot when he's a taller fighter. When he jabs, like
just like that.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, got hit with that overhand. If he just doesn't fight over his front foot, it would be a lot safer.
Yeah, very hairy on his front foot.
Yeah, he's a front foot fighter. This is the first time I've watched him. But he means business. Well, they both do apparently. So this is actually very, very more entertaining.
Yeah, the Tovar's just trying to bully Bzowski. Nice double jab.
Bzowski's very athletic, you can tell. I would like to see him be more explosive on those hooks and whatever he throws, more precise, like quicker. Like very sharp. I think that would do him some justice, and as long as Tovar doesn't continue to lean over his front foot, this could end badly for either.
But as you say that, I'm watching it. You're absolutely right. It appears that Tovar is thinking about the punch and then he's throwing it.
Right.
So he can see.
Yeah. He's not just shooting it.
Right. He's not just letting it go.
Yeah. He's not letting it out of the chamber fast enough.
Nice left hand there. Nice low blow.
Buen comienzo del match. ¿Cómo la van llevando ustedes, amigos?
I'm not sure what was going on. Maybe they were giving instructions when they were tagging his shoe. It's hard to tell because you don't know what's going on in the corner. We haven't heard instructions from the corner.
Now you see Tovar closing the gap, working that jab. And I can see how Tovar has all knockouts. He looks very heavy-handed.
Yes, he does. Yeah, he looks like he has that extra, just natural, God-gifted oomph.
Yeah, those stumps. Right. Yeah.
Very heavy-handed.
But he's still leaning in. He got hit or clipped a little with that overhand left. But he's still leaning in too heavy on the front foot, as you
his
said.
team really needs to work on making sure that if he's front foot heavy, it's for a reason. And it's not just a natural way and an accident. Because he is front foot heavy, which could put him in a bad position if he has a very experienced fighter.
Well, he could get hurt by a guy who throws feints. Because a guy feint, and he'll go to commit heavy-handed on the front foot.
Yeah,
and get clipped with something.
Yeah, he doesn't throw protecting him. He doesn't kiss his shoulders. He's not protecting himself when he throws because he's so long. I don't think he realizes that he could get hurt or clipped by someone smaller.
He shook Marcelo up there with a right hand against the ropes.
See, that was a quick move by Bzowski. He wasn't accurate with it, but the reaction was what I was looking for that I think would do him justice.
And generally, you'll tell guys to throw straight punches. But Bzowski's case, I would tell him to throw looping shots. Just like that, looping shots. Don't throw straight punches.
Because Tarver's leaning over.
Even with that right hook, looping. That left hand is there for him all night. He just have to pull the trigger.
You just said that. Yeah, you said that. And pull it with sharpness. You got to let it out the chamber like you mean it.
Right. He's throwing it just to throw it as opposed to throwing it for a purpose.
Yeah, he's not doing it sharp. He's going wide and, he's doing it just to do it. This is a really good fight.
Y a su vez no puede tirar a la derecha porque no le queda la distancia de recorrido adecuado por el gran movimiento de piernas de Bzowski y la rapidez del muchacho de Wilde.
Closer and closer, then as the rounds progress, it's getting closer and closer. When I thought it was going to be farther and farther apart.
Yeah, agreed. I did think.
Un gran saludo, Iñaki. Elite Boxing Club está haciéndole el aguante al loco Bzowski. Adentro para afuera y aplica a la izquierda al argentino desde la contra. Sale con movimientos laterales. Gran actuación del muchacho de Wilde, ¿eh?
It seems like Bzowski gained a little confidence over the past 2 rounds. You can even see it in his body movement, a little more confidence.
Yes, and the explosiveness is coming out, and he's not as afraid to pull the trigger. So right now, I'm really just trying to see what's going to happen. I obviously can tell that Tarver has the skills to pay the bills, but he makes those small mistakes that could cost you a lot.
I think the aggression, one of the criteria they judge on, effective aggressiveness, I think the aggression is doing Tovar justice here.
Yes. I would say so too, especially being in El Paso, Hispanic. They like forward fighters. They like people to be aggressive. They like action.
Yeah, they like a fight.
Yeah, and he's definitely putting on that cape. What I'm worried about is that he's going to get caught with something.
Get clipped with something, yeah. Because it's there.
And I don't think he's aware of why. You have to know your whys in boxing.
Yeah, I say that all the time, especially with young fighters. They get hit with a right hand and they get mad. Don't get mad. Understand why you got hit with that and correct it.
Exactly. Like, you have to understand what's happening, why it's happening. And vice versa. Why are you throwing that punch? Why are you making those choices? Why are you in that position? And if it's not intentional, it's wrong.
I remember sparring with the late, great Johnny Tapia years ago. And Johnny Tapia he always said, I can hit you whatever I want, whenever I want. And I was a young, cocky amateur.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can't. We got in the ring, and sure enough, he moved me into position to hit me whatever he wanted to throw. And that's how I learned the ring generalship.
Bzowski's mouthpiece just came out. I wasn't sure if it was a punch or if he spit it out. I think he actually spit it out. I think maybe he wanted rest.
Yeah, I mean, listen, catching a 3-second breather is not going to get you in shape.
Pareja, pero insisto, a mi forma de entender, esta primera etapa de pelea ampliamente favorito, ampliamente para el muchacho de Wilde. ¿Ustedes cómo la van llevando?
I would still give the fight to Tovar so far.
Correct.
Because the aggression, because,
Right, he's forcing the fight.
Yeah, and he's landing.
But it's just dangerous. He's flirting with danger by leaning in and being heavy on that front foot.
Exactly. I think that's the only thing that is the problem now, is that it seems like everything's like too close. Like, don't be too cool for school. Like, you gotta sharpen up a little bit, because it seems like something bad could happen.
And the crazy thing about it is, if he does score his 7th knockout, he's not going to correct this.
This is true. Well, maybe.
Because in his mind, hey, my style is working. No need to change it.
Right. Well, maybe, and hopefully, maybe that would be a good lesson. It goes all the way, and he has to figure out why.
It actually does. Sitting here, it looks as if Bzowski is intentionally leaning with his head.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I caught that early on. I think that's also just the way his stance is, but he's realizing that he doesn't need to change it because it is bothering Tovar.
Nice rock hook a second there by Bzowski.
Because Tovar doesn't know what to do when Bzowski's having his head forward in that way. Because he's a longer fighter that shouldn't be getting headbutted, but the head's right there because Tarver's leaning forward.
And what would help Tovar out with a style like this is taking half steps back. Go in and take a half step back because Bzowski's going to lean in. But Tovar can't do that because he's heavy on his front foot.
Exactly.
So it's hard for him to feint and fall back.
Exactly. Tovar needs to stand on his back leg, and he needs to have his stance strong. He needs to make sure that nothing goes over his front foot to keep out the shorter fighter, and that would fix a lot of the problems right now, or at least what seems that is dangerous. Because he's having his way. But it seems at any moment something bad could happen.
Nice right uppercut there by Tovar. As we come to the end of the 5th round of the scheduled 6-round middleweight matchup.
Es a 6, por lo visto. Yo puse 8 rondas en la pancarta. Es a 6, entonces, por lo que se ve que se han saludado. Última vuelta, yo lo tengo arriba al loco Bzowski,
Bzowski doesn't just go ham. He probably did lose the fight.
That's that overhand left. This time he did put a right hook behind it. And both punches landed.
If he would have went through with it, but he threw it just to throw it, like you were saying.
Un gran saludo, David, desde América, de la provincia de Buenos Aires, haciéndole el aguante en el último tramo al de Wilde, que si no pasa nada raro, a mi forma de entender, se quedó con la pelea,
Both guys tried big power punches. First, Tovar tried the big right hand, and then Bzowski tried that overhand left. Neither punch, neither guy landed.
They're both exhausted at this point, which they have been throwing a lot of punches. So I think if anybody gets caught, it's going to happen within the next 30 seconds, and if not, it's gonna go all the way.
And I think once you hit just under that minute mark, the 45-second mark, you're going to see both guys fade off a little.
Yeah, because they know it's coming to an end and you're just going to take what you got. People tend to give up around that time. Or just take it as it is.
Nice right uppercut.
Beautiful right uppercut.
See, that's what I mean. That time he fell back.
Saludos hasta Puerto Rico. Es un orgullo y me pone muy bien que el boxeo sea el puente que nos une a todos, ¡Viva Puerto Rico!
This is definitely a war.
Well, this certainly has been a competitive. One-sided fight.
Exactly. Perfectly put.
Competitive one-sided fight.
Perfectly put. Like, he's still in there. Like, Tovar is like, he's still in the fight, but he's losing.
Right.
But he's in the fight.
I think the bell was a little premature, but needless to say, that's the end of the fight. Good middleweight matchup.
All these fights were amazing.
After 6 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Esther Lopez and Raul Valencia both scored the bout 59-55.
That's how I had it.
Daniel Sandoval scores the bout 58-56. Your winner by unanimous decision, el ganador por decisión unánime, Jorge and Jaguar Tovar.
I agree.
Jorge is very impressive. Let's get some final words from Jorge himself.
Acá Edgar daba triunfador, el amigo Edgar, a Marcelo Bzowski, y estaba de acuerdo con esa tarjeta. Para mí fue superior en estas 6 vueltas, en donde Tovar estuvo casi con su espíritu partido, ya que no le podía encontrar la vuelta al argentino.
Nunca fuiste cordero.